In 2.5 decades of doing this program, the lady you're about to meet has two things on her resume we have never encountered before. Number one, she was hit by lightning and survived. Number two, she has an amazingly rare animal in her care. It's our story of the week.
This is Pele, an eclectus parrot. She came to us with some psych problems. It's caused her to pull out a lot of her feathers, but she's gradually getting better and leaving more and more of those feathers on.
Ann Goody is the curator of the Three Ring Ranch here in Kona. When we first met Ann, we told you the story of how she cares for the 70 or so hurt and homeless animals right there on her 5-acre animal refuge. Animals like one of the most unusual zebras in the world, to all sorts of unusual birds. But we came back to the Big Island to add 2 more chapters to Ann's tale. The first is simply amazing. The second, extremely unusual.
First, I'd like you to say hello to 6 years ago, here in Kona, I was struck by lightning the day after my wedding reception. And that was kind of a wake-up call for me that I pay attention to the things that were more important to me. And teaching children and working with animals was more important in my mind than what I was doing, which was in the healthcare field, working as an administrator. And so I made the switch, and this is where I am, being a zookeeper, running an animal sanctuary. Sometimes animals come to us that are injured and we have to fix them up. So we use these tents where they stay before they can be released back out into the wild.
Ann is one of about a half-dozen people who have been struck by lightning here in the islands. And although she experienced a lot of physical damage and needed months of rehab, Ann made a stunning recovery. And with that came a new priority in her life, one that involved animals of all shapes and sizes.
I've always had an awareness of what it was that an animal needed and an understanding when I was up close to one of them of what was going on with them. But after being struck by lightning, it became more important that I make something out of it, that I do something with this communication skill that I have and share it with others. Okay, Wiggy. Now this isn't a threat gesture. What he's actually doing is trying to nuzzle up against my hand to encourage me to go get him another mouse.
Although most of Ann's time at the Three Ring Ranch is spent quietly caring for her critters, she shares as much time as possible with the kids of the Big Island, like these girls from the Hualalai Academy. Ann's plan is to pass on as much animal awareness to those who she thinks can make the biggest difference. That would be kids.
Now the way they're moving that food back and forth across their filter, he's not swallowing that fast. That's 90 times a minute they're pumping that water back and forth across the filter. They only swallow when they get enough food built up against the filter in a little pouch there at the back of the throat. You send out a whole army of kids who become so much more aware of the environment that they're in. I mean, the impact that one person can make on one animal is a huge impact for that animal. But when you teach a whole classroom of kids and they go out making an impact, it's giant. I mean, it's a huge pyramid effect that you can do. Okay, girls. Again, you hold very, very still while he has lunch. He has a variety of different kind of things in order to stay really healthy. These are field bugs that he's eating right now.
But today, these kids are in for more of a treat than they'd expected, because Ann is the only person on the planet who's caring for one of these. It's a Hawaiian hoary bat.
And this particular moth, I'm not sure if he likes this type or not. I just caught one of these this morning. Let's see what he thinks. He says, no way, don't like that kind, but I think I'll stretch and yawn here.
It's one of the rarest bats on Earth, the hoary bat, a species nobody seems to know much about. This juvenile was found near Lower Kolokoa on the Big Island and is the only one anywhere in captivity. And it's that injured left wrist that put him in Ann's care.
This is a big responsibility and a big challenge caring for this bat. It's a challenge just keeping it alive, but because it's a juvenile bat and so little is known about them, Everything we're doing and everything that we take pictures of and film of and video, everything's new. Rehabilitating an injured Hawaiian hoary bat to release it just hasn't been done. So our goal here is to get it back out into the wild and to get it back out successfully.
4 times a day, Ann has to feed this little guy. He weighs in at just 15 grams. That's about as heavy as a marshmallow. In the wild, he can eat his weight in bugs every day. And that's an awful lot of bugs.
We try and let children come and see what's going on here at the sanctuary behind the scenes. And once in a while, we have a rare and special creature with us. And whoever's coming on a tour gets to see whatever's here. And for this group today, getting to see that Hawaiian hoary bat, all I can say is, wow. I mean, that's really a one-of-a-kind kind of treat.
Ann is a former emergency room nurse and hospital administrator, but she gave all that up to heed nature's call. Animals of all shapes and sizes that are lucky enough to find their way to the Three Ring Ranch are cared for like family. Those who can make it on their own are set free. Others just become part of the family. A very loving one at that.
Ever seen anything so beautiful? Isn't that cute?
If you'd like more information about Ann's place, hit our website, HawaiianMovingCompany.com. Coming up next, the story about the radio legend everybody loved to hate, Aku.